Hey there, Laughter Tribe. So here we are trying to do the video again, unlearning survival mode. I tried to do it live, didn't work out. That's all right though. We're gonna keep rolling with the punches and keep going. So unlearning survival mode. Number one is you have to identify habits, patterns, and behaviors that no longer serve you. And just like a quick recap if you didn't see the live. When we experience things, traumatizing things, toxic environments in people and relationships, we develop certain thoughts, habits, and behaviors that impact us. And in the moment, they help us. They help us to cope. They help us to survive, whether it's a good habit or a bad habit. But if it's a negative habit, it's something that you have to unlearn. You have to unbecome the person that you had to be to survive, because you're not in that situation anymore. And even if you are in that situation, you want to be thinking about this now. But when you get out of that situation, you can stop doing that. But even in the midst of it, you can still stop if you're able to identify what it is and you're like, okay, this is not working for me anymore. Let me do something else, because this is not helping me, it's not serving me, and it's actually hindering me. So whether it was a toxic relationship, a bad childhood, a toxic work environment, just someone said something to you that like changed the way you look at yourself. So your whole life you looked at yourself like you didn't feel like you were valuable, you didn't feel like you were attractive or beautiful. Whatever it is, you have to unlearn that stuff. And so, like I said, number one is identifying it. Identifying the habit, pattern, behaviors, and I'm gonna add thoughts that no longer serve you. I know, because I'm an African-American woman, I know like women who are darker than me. And I thought I was dark when I was a kid, y'all, because my mom, she's very light. She's like my hand right here. And my grandma's like lighter than this. And so I wanted to be like my mama, and like I felt, I didn't really feel too much bad, but like too much bad. I'm educated, y'all. I have a master's, but I be talking all like this sometimes just because it's culture, you know what I mean? But and so I know a lot of darker skinned girls, they got picked on, they make names about them and all, find some black and black, crispy, whatever, just making names, you know what I mean? And same thing like if somebody was overweight or just had anything that wasn't of the norm or that people didn't think was attractive. Or me, I had a big booty. My mama got a big booty. I got it from her. And I always hated a big booty. Of course, my other people liked it, but I'm like, no, I don't want a big booty. I don't like the attention and all that stuff. But I didn't like it, so I thought I wasn't attractive. I see all the other, and then my hair, I have natural hair. I'm wearing a wig right now, just because I don't have time to do my hair, and I'm learning about the lace. I know you can see it a little bit, but it's good. We go work it out, y'all. You got some tips for me? Go and put it in there, because I've been trying to cover it up, but it's still kind of showing a little bit, but it's still cute. But anyway, and it keeps sliding. It's choking the heck out of my head and keeps sliding. So y'all, if y'all wear wigs and you got some tips, go ahead and share some tips, because we real on this channel. We help each other out, okay? We help pieces out. But I got sidetracked. But okay, so like I said, I had my hair. With my hair, I have natural hair. I was younger, obviously in elementary school I had like natural hair. I probably had a perm by that time, I don't remember. No, I didn't. In elementary school I didn't have perm. It was when I got in middle school. But before I had a perm, I just, my hair was what it was. It was cute for what it was, but I liked the little girl with long little hair. It was all flowy. And I see all the boys was liking them girls that had a big butt and kind of a little bit of chubby, not a whole lot. But like, I was very insecure, and I didn't feel like the boys I liked me back. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? And so just all these insecurities from childhood, and I carried that. So I was very shy and introverted. I felt very insecure with my body, didn't like my butt, didn't like my hair, thought I was too dark. Just so much. But where did that come from? From society, from television, from my sisters and brothers used to make fun of my butt. No, they used to make fun of when I was a little chunky, so they used to call me like pork and beans. I laugh about it now, but it was very hurtful at the time. So just identifying those thoughts. In fact, I'm not attractive. Nobody is gonna want me because I don't look like what I think I should look like. Okay, if I'm thinking that, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna act like that. I'm gonna start dressing shabby. I'm gonna, my whole life I've like struggled with like overeating, like using food to comfort myself. So emotional eating, you know what I mean? And it's still something I'm overcoming today. I've come a long way, but definitely it's something, especially when I was in toxic relationships, that was my go-to. Like, we'll get some chocolate, some cake, everything. That's how I'm gonna treat myself. Yeah, they're not treating me right, but let me treat myself. Okay, so that was my treat myself right. And I was eating, there was a time I was eating like a slice of cake. I wanted a slice of cake with every meal. Like a slice of cake, not for breakfast, but like lunch, at least probably like once a day, maybe lunch and dinner. Like, and I'd get this pecan pie, this caramel pecan pie, this vegan chocolate cake. Oh my God, I was just cheesecake. Oh my God, you know, pop pie, little mini pop pies, you know, just crab with butter dripping everywhere. These, you know, this natural like drinks. I have some stuff was healthy because I'm like into natural stuff, but like it's not healthy to have like that stuff all the time. But I was using that. That's what I was using. That was my drug of choice. Please go sit down, because I already gave you breakfast, right? And I put on a show. So sit down, please, honey. These kids, I'm like, no, baby, no. It's mama time right now. And me helping, this is, you know, me healing as I help you. But anyway, let's get back on track. So you have to identify and pinpoint those behaviors. So for me, it was the toxic thoughts of insecurity, not thinking I was good enough, not having confidence. And also the behavior is like overeating, emotional eating. Number 2, you have to pinpoint your triggers. What triggers that bad boy? What makes you want to go run to that thing? And I realize with my children, now that I'm not in the toxic relationships, when I get stressed out because of them, they do something, I'm like going to the closet to go get some chips. And I'm like, what am I in? Before I can think about it, I got a bag of chips in my hand. I'm like, girl, you know you ain't hungry. And I'm checking in with myself. You gotta learn how to check in with yourself. Is my stomach rumbling? Am I hungry? Then why do I got this bag of chips? And even if I am hungry, why am I eating a bag of crunchy chips, even though they're so good? That salty with the sour, oh. Anyway, y'all, I need to go eat breakfast. But like, identifying pinpointing your triggers. What is it that triggers you? Is it when somebody says something about your weight? Because people always gonna have something to say about something. You could be the most perfect thing in your own mind. Somebody said, girl, did you gain some weight? Oh, you too skinny. Oh, you too muscular. Oh, you too shiny. They will just make up something. Y'all, this wig is doing the most right now. See, it looks better now. It's my forehead a little bit more. They will just make up whatever to make you feel insecure because they're not happy with themselves. So we have to identify those and be like, okay, every time I'm with Sherry and she says, oh girl, you look kind of thick today, instead of taking that as a compliment and be like, okay, thank you, I don't look good, you know, flipping it, I feel insecure. And I start, you know, you just what's wrong with me? Then I go back to my childhood when somebody said I wasn't beautiful and good enough. They said I was overweight. I'm checking with myself like, oh, there's something wrong with me. Girl, Crystal, you ain't good enough the way you are. You will never be good enough, because no matter what you do, something always gonna be wrong. Nope, you gotta be perfect. You gotta be perfect. That's another I would say, what is it, like a thought pattern, like think you have to be perfect. There's no such thing. There's no such thing. And if you don't have a therapist, I highly suggest you getting that. But I was in therapy this week, and where she was just talking about, does everything have to be perfect? And she could have just slapped me at that moment, because that's when she said that, just slapped me and kind of woke me up. I'm like, oh, that's how I'm thinking? And sometimes we have to get outside of ourselves to realize the way that we're thinking is not sustainable. It's not sustainable, it's not logical, and it's not realistic. You know, so I was thinking about how, you know, I want stuff to be the way it is. I don't have enough time in a day. And she's like, girl, you're a single mom right now. You're raising 7 kids. You're running a business. You're helping other people. Girl, you are doing good. You know, what would make it feel like it's good enough? And I said, being perfect. But it's not possible. But what would make you feel like you're good enough? Whatever it is that triggers having come up in your mind. You're stressed out, you're dealing with, you're stuffing your feelings, you're not dealing with your feelings. What would make you feel like you're safe and it's good enough to be just okay without having to revert to whatever you alcohol, or trying to get in another relationship, or whatever that habit, pattern, or behavior or mindset is that's not serving you anymore. So after you identify the habits, pattern, behaviors, and thoughts that no longer serve you, you pinpoint your triggers. Oh, there's another one that was coming to my mind. Let me think about it real quick. I don't edit my videos, so y'all just gotta hold on for a second. It was something about with the emotions. Maybe it'll come back to my mind. So you pinpoint your triggers. Ooh, I got it. And this one thing that I had to learn: feel your emotions. So I would say that's number 3. So it's gonna be 4 tips. 3, don't run from your emotions. Ooh, if you just stayed on the video for that, if you just got on the video for that, that's gonna save you. Stop running from your feelings. You don't like the way it feels. You don't like to feel like you're not in control. You don't like to feel helpless. You don't like to feel broken. You don't like to be hurt. So you running over here to that, and you're running to go buy some shoes, and you're running over here to go spend time with this person, and you're running to go do this, and you're running from yourself because you don't like the way it feels to be you. Y'all gonna have to forgive me about keep fixing it sound like that. They don't be looking right. That's a whole perfectionism thing. You're running from yourself. And while you're running from yourself, you can't grow into the woman that God created you to be. You can't grow into the woman that you were meant to be. You can't flourish. You can't shine because you're hiding and you're running and you're avoiding yourself because you don't like what it feels like to be you at that moment. But you have to push into that emotion. Oh, I feel out of control. Oh, I feel upset. Oh, I feel overwhelmed by, like when my kids, they start doing stuff. I feel overwhelmed right now. I want some chips. I want some cookies. I want some chocolate. I want some ice cream. I want a cheeseburger. Okay, tell yourself that. I want to do this. I want to drink. I don't do that. I'm just saying, maybe somebody else. Maybe I want to drink. I want to smoke. I want to go see somebody else who make me feel good. Whatever it is. Don't be honest with yourself. So we got identify the habits, patterns, and behaviors that no longer serve you. Pinpoint your triggers. Don't run from your emotions. Lean into it. And then number 4, you're gonna have to reprogram your mindset. Once you identified it, you pinpointed it, you're leaning into your emotions, you're not hiding, you're gonna have to reprogram your mind. The Bible says be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? Anything you want to do in life, anything you want to accomplish, you have to transform your mind. You've never done it before, I can do it now. Yes, I used to do that, but I'm not going to do it right now. Yes, I want to do that, but I'm not going to do it right now. And so the next thing I'm going to say, the 5th thing would be to don't shame yourself when you fall into old patterns, habits, and behaviors. Forgive yourself. Don't shame yourself and forgive yourself. That's going to be the 5th one. So let me write these down for I forget these. So identify the habits, patterns, and behaviors that no longer serve you. My little one getting up, so we're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. Pinpoint your triggers. I can hear, baby. Go sit down. Okay, boo boo. Don't run from your emotions. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to this video. Okay, boo boo. I know. Don't run from your emotions. I can't remember the baby grammar now. But the 5th one is fourth one is renew your mind, and the 4th one is okay, I can't remember. Baby up. He got mama attention. So I love y'all. Go back through that, watch it again, write down all the points, and see how you can work through it yourself. Put in the comments how you're healing, or any habit, behavior, or pattern that you identify that you want to share that might help somebody else. Go and put that in the comments. And then put down any video ideas that you want me to do in the future. And I'm gonna go, because little Noah is like, no mama, get off of this thing. So I love y'all. I will see y'all later. Okay, bye.